So what's up? Hey, we back. And with October ending, and October was a good month for me. It was a good month, but with October ending, I thought it would be a good time to finally put out a good horror anime you should watch. I'm not going to put some of the usual, because the horror anime genre is kind of weird, because there's a lot of anime they put in horror that's not really horror. Like, they put Tokyo Ghoul in there, that's not horror. They put Elfen Lie, that's not really horror. That's like just gruesome stuff. It's like, that's not really horror. That's not nothing that's going to scare you or anything that's going to creep you out. So it's like, and then they put like stuff like Perfect Blue just because, and Pokerika, because they have trippy stuff in them, but it's not really horror. It's not horror at all. In my opinion, it's not. But here, on my list, I got some that is kind of horror. Majority of this is, there's some creepy aspects to it, and some of it's horror. That's all I got to say. But yeah, without the way, just know you'll see this video on Halloween, so hey, you can watch all this in November. Instead of, because you know there's no Thanksgiving type of holiday, because you know that's an American thing. Haha. Okay, my bad. We're gonna move on. Remember, list on our phones, because saving trees, yeah. Oxygen to breathe, yeah. All that. You know that by now. All right, the first one to talk about is King's Game. Now, King's Game is about this boy named Nobuiki, who has just transferred to this new school. He is scared to get close to any of his friends, like any of his like classmates. I mean, not friends. I mean, they're not his friends yet. They're his classmates. And then one day out of nowhere, the whole class gets this text from the king, and it tells them to do something, but the whole class just acts like it's some joke and all of that. The only one that believes it is Nobuaki. Like, he believes it because of the school that he came from in the past. That's all I'm gonna say. There's nothing else to it. But then people in the class start dying because they didn't believe the text, and they let the text, because the text will tell you a certain amount of time you have to do something, and if you don't do it, then you're gonna die. And some of the kids, they don't believe it. And as you watch anime, you're gonna see a lot of the classmates disappear, and then you go and learn a backstory and all this other stuff. It needs another season, in my opinion, because I think it ends like on a questionable thing, so it wasn't really like nothing. But yeah, that's that. And I think 13 episodes, maybe 12 or 13. I don't remember exactly. Somewhere in there. All right, the next one is The Island of Giant Insects. Ooh, now this is a movie. It's technically like a movie OVA type of thing, but it's a movie because there's more to it. But yeah, this is about this class. They get, or like it was a school trip, and their plane crashes, and when they wake up, they discover they're on this island. But on this island is super huge, like big old insects, and you have this one girl that knows about insects. And like, there's so many crazy scenes in this. There's this one girl, like a big old butterfly comes by and just sticks his like, what do you call it? I don't know, antenna, whatever. It's sucker into a girl and sucks out all her blood. There's ones where like wasps are letting their babies just eat people alive. Like, this anime is nuts. Like, you have to watch it. Like, it's creepy. It's in the horror genre because like it's creepy. And I've read some of the manga, and the manga gets even worse. And there's some wild stuff in the manga. Some wild stuff. I don't know why whoever made this made it. I don't know. It's some wild. The next one is Boogiepop Phantom. Now, this is different than Boogiepop and the others, which is actually based off of the light novel. The light novel is where Boogiepop and the Phantom is like, it's just like a different type of timeline, you could say. It's just like not really connected to any of the other books. But this one is about, you have all these deaths and all this stuff that's happening around the city, and they start to blame Boogiepop. So like, as you watch, you got to see all these deaths that get like, Boogiepop's gonna go over, like, he or she, because I forgot, it's like a he or she because the way it looks or whatever, but they're gonna go like, he or she's basically a detective. Boogiepop's basically a detective. You're gonna figure all that out, but there's a lot of cases to it, and this one's like more has a horror aspect than the other one. Boogiepop and the others is like more like a story, where this one is like a different type of story, and it's just like they're figuring stuff out. Yes, good explanation, Devin. Horrible, but hey, just playing. All right, the next one is Hell Girl. Now, Hell Girl, there's different ones. There's different like series to this because they have so many different ones, but this is what it's about. There's this website that you can put the name of anybody in it, as long as you have a grudge against them, or even if you kind of don't have a grudge against them. There's technically things to that. And like, they were getting sent to hell, but if you enter their name into the website, you also are at risk, because once you input their name and they go to hell, your soul will go to hell too, because you know nothing's free in the world. So you're playing that risk. Do you really hate this person that much that you want them to die right now and get them sent to hell, that you can live out the rest of your life, and the next thing you know, towards the end, you get sent to hell? Because there's a lot of them, they get sent to hell, and they're fighting and they're mad about getting sent there, but it's like, hey, you did this. But trust me, it's good. There's a lot of different stories, because it's like, it goes into deep for some of the stories, because like some of the people that get sent there are actually good people, and then some of them are very bad, and the other person that sent them was a good person too. So there's a lot of different stuff to it, and like trust me, it's good. Now this one is a questionable one that a lot of people didn't really like the adaptation that well, give or take, it depends. But to me, there's a lot of weird, creepy shit stuff in this, and I'm talking about the Junji Ito collection. So this is about a different, because like it comes from the one manga person, I forgot his name. He makes a whole bunch of different type of manga that are like a lot of them are crazy horror type of creepy manga. But this collection is like a whole bunch of different stories. So you have like Yumiko. So if you ever seen her, it's the one where it's like the face coming off of a girl. So there's a lot of people that cosplayed as her. But there's a lot of creepy stuff in here. The most creepiest one to me, in my opinion, was the one where this dude, he moves into this new house, and like he sees the neighbor every night, and it's like it's creepy, and it's like a creepy neighbor. But like each night, her window gets closer and closer to his, and like her face looks all weird, and like there's a lot of creepy stuff. Like there's ones where like the girls, like the lady, she eats somebody, and there's one with when they squish the pimples. Yeah, that one was disgusting. There's a lot of like creepy, weird stuff in it. It's not scary. It's just like creepy. Like, bro, it's like some stuff like, bro, I don't want to see this. It's like, it's creepy and weird. That's the only thing about it. It's not scary. It's just creepy and weird. Like, very creepy and weird. You can watch this on Funimation and Crunchyroll. They both have it. Alright, the next one is Corpse Party, Tortured Souls. So this is based off the games. If any of you have ever played the games, this is a 4-episode OVA, so it's not that bad. You can kill this. You can kill this before, and you can deadass kill this before it turns November. So yeah. Alright, so I'll give you a little background about, I'll give you a little information about this, you know. So this is based off a video game, like I told you already. So you have this kid who's about to transfer to a different school. So his friends decide to do this ritual. Like, why? Why did you think doing a ritual is cool? And it's like, they do this ritual because they want to do it, that they will always be friends and be together. And I'm like, why? Stop that. But then it turns to the worst, and the kids are sent to this school. Like, they're sent to this old school where like all the students and the teachers were killed. So they are stuck there with all the dead spirits. And it's like, this is kind of what you get. Why are you doing a ritual? Like, why? I don't care. Why are you doing this? Like, why? Why can't you do some normal things? Just be like, yeah, throw a little party, some goodbye party, or just hang out for the last time. Why you gotta do this ritual? But yeah, this anime is crazy. There's a lot. You're gonna see all the spirits and stuff. I mean, it's give or take like the game, but it's really good. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. It's only 4 episodes. You enjoy it. Now, next one's Higurashi When They Cry, and I'm talking about the original OG one, not the new one that's showing on Funimation right now. So Higurashi When They Cry is about a small town called Hinazar. Yes, it's about this small town called Hinazariwawa. And in the town, nothing crazy ever happens there, but they don't talk about it. Alright, but in this town, you're going to have a lot of crazy, strange incidents that happen because of this curse called Orochima's curse. And you follow the main character, Kenichi, Kechi, whatever her name, however you say, yeah. I'm getting names confused. And then there's also Rika, Sadako, Mion, Shinon, and then Rika, and like, or not Rika, I forget the name, whatever, the orange haired girl, I'm forgetting her name, whatever. But like, as you watch it, you're gonna find out that this town is not as peaceful as you think, because there's a lot of strange occurrences that are happening, like killings and people dying, and then of course it's gonna repeat, and you're gonna see, why is this happening again in a different type of way, and why is this person turning crazy now? Trust me, it's a really good anime. It's based off a game too, but it's really good. Alright, the next one is Shiki. Now this is about vampires. So you have this doctor that comes to this town, and like they move into this house, but then they find out in the little small town they're at that people are turning into vampires, or like killings are happening and all that. So he tries to discover it and look into it, but then he finds out there's a lot of killings happening because of vampires. It's one of those, trust me, it's good. It has some real creepy stuff to it. There is some creepy stuff in here, but it's good. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. The next one is one of my all-time favorite anime of all time, and I'm talking about Another. Now, Another, so you have this classroom where there's always a off number set of students in there, and there's always one empty desk, because like one of the students is supposed to be dead and has to act like he's dead, because there's one of the students in the class that's supposed to be an extra because of what happened back in the day. In this class, because they thought a student that died was still alive, so then they always pretended, so that like it made a curse type of thing. So you in this anime you follow this the main character, he ends up transferring to this school, into this classroom, and some reason the people in the classroom don't tell him about what's happening. So he talks to Misaka, who is the one that's supposed to be the student that's not there. That's who they think. So once they start talking, the rules get broken, even though the killings technically started earlier. But as you watch it, there's a lot of crazy stuff. There's a lot of crazy killings. There's teachers that kill themselves, girls that land on umbrellas, people that die from a boat propeller. There's a lot of crazy killings, and trust me, it's really good. Like, really good. I really enjoyed it when I watched it because it was good. All right, the last one on this list is called Blood Sea. So this is about this girl named Sayaka, who's like a normal, she's a normal high school student, but I could say she's normal. The only thing that's different is she kills these monsters at nighttime because she protects this city. But she doesn't know why. One day a talking dog comes to her and asks her why is she protecting the city, so she doesn't really understand it, but she's still killing these monsters. This has a lot of some of the monsters she kills are kind of creepy, but there's one scene with these rabbit monsters eating the townspeople is the craziest scene ever. And there's a lot of killing where like deaths get faked and deaths are real, but when the deaths get real, trust me, they're nuts. There's a lot of crazy deaths in this. Trust me, there really is. But yeah, these are good horror animes you should watch. I hope you find an anime you want to watch. If you don't, you can, I'm sorry, I'll try and find you another one. But I really hope you find one. Leave in the comments what horror anime you like, or what horror anime I should have added to this list. And you should check out some of my other videos. You should like if you really enjoyed the video, subscribe if you really enjoyed. Check out a lot of my other watch lists. But I hope you find an anime you really enjoy, and put anything in the comments you want. Just tell me. I'm curious about any anime people have watched. And yes, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.